Okay, so I just want to explain a few reasons why I always use this incision for my breast augmentations, which is an incision underneath the breast. The first reason is because when we're finished, this incision is hidden, so it's camouflage. Number two is when I make this incision, I can go right underneath and I don't need to touch the breast. So I don't need to disturb the breast at all. So when the implant goes in, it's not in contact with the breast. There's no contamination of the implant, which we think leads to capsular contracture. So if you make an incision around the areola, then you actually have to go through the breast. And when you go through the breast, what happens is the implant becomes in contact with the breast, and that leads to more contamination. So there's a higher rate of capsular contracture by going around here. So this is a better incision for capsular contracture. There's a lower rate of infection for the same reasons, because we're not putting the implant through the areola. Another reason that's really, really important to me in my practice is I like to be able to do what I call set this fold. So for some patients, we need to lower the fold, the breast fold, and in patients where I don't need to lower it, in this patient I did not need to lower her breast fold, but here what I can actually do is I place this stitch in deep, and then what happens is, if you look, it'll secure that fold down. That does not pop up. And what that does is it leads to, when I bring this tissue down, now it leads to a nice crisp fold, which is really, really nice, because that leads to a much prettier breast, because as the breast comes down, you want this to be tight. What I see sometimes when patients come to see me is that this is all blunted through here. It's not nice and crisp. And so by using this incision, by securing this fold, I get a really nice crisp fold, which looks really, really pretty. And the final reason for making this incision and suturing that fold down is, what it does is it closes the pocket. And there's absolutely no way now the implant can come down and you lose control of the pocket, which you'll see sometimes with the implant, and it bottoms out and the distance between the nipple and the fold kind of gets long, and that's implant malposition, where the implant's in the wrong spot. And so it's easy for that to happen, and if you don't secure this fold and place this down, then you end up with that implant malposition. So I don't want the implant moving out of the pocket that I create. So it's very important to go and take, there's a little layer of fascia there that actually sew down and close that, and that's really leads to a very, very tight, exactly controlled pocket.